Hi, and welcome back to Grade 8 Math. This is Unit 5, Section 1, Understanding Percents, and the third video for Lesson 2. We have been reviewing the skills you learned in previous years to change between fractions, decimals, and percents. And this video will focus on expressing fractions in decimal form and as a percentage. So let's get started. To express a fraction as a decimal, what we should try to do is change our denominator into a 10, 100, or 1,000. By doing this, we can see the number of zeros that we have in the bottom, which essentially equates to the number of decimal places our decimal would have to move to the left. For example, 1 over 4. I can change 4 into 100 by multiplying by 25. And if I multiply the bottom by 25, I need to multiply the top by 25. That then gives me 25 over 100. If we recall from the previous section, when we divide by 100, so think 2 zeros, that means my decimal place moves 2 places to the left. My decimal equivalent is then 0.25. For 39 over 250, I look at the bottom number, so I look at 250, and I think, can I change that into 10, 100, or 1,000? Well, obviously it won't change into 10 because it's greater than that. It won't change into 100 because it's greater than that. But I can change it into 1,000 by multiplying by 4. When I do that, I get 156 over 1,000. Again, looking at our bottom number, we have 3 zeros, which means my decimal would shift 3 places to the left. And my decimal equivalent is then 0.156. 5 over 6 is an exception to the rule. When we look at the number 6, we can't change that easily into 10, 100, or 1,000. It doesn't go evenly into any of those numbers. So in a case like this, it is acceptable to divide your top number by your bottom. You can do long division, or you can just use a calculator. So if I use my calculator, and I enter 5 divided by 6, I will get approximately 0.83 repeating. So that is my decimal equivalent, 0.83333, and so on. Considering what we learned in the previous lessons and how to change a decimal to a percent, we can actually use our Dr. Pepper method to change these decimals now into percentages. So remember, Dr. Pepper. To change from a decimal to a percent, I would move my decimal 2 places to the right, and to change from a percent into a decimal, I would move my decimal 2 places to the left. These are already in decimal form, so to change to a percentage, I would put my pencil on my decimal, and I would move it 2 places to the right. So 0.25 becomes 25%. 0.156, again, Dr. Pepper. I put my pencil on my decimal, and I'm moving from decimal to a percentage, so I move to the right. 2 places to the right, and my percentage is 15.6%. For 0.83 repeating, I do the same thing. So I want to move from a decimal into a percent, put my pencil on my decimal, and I would move 2 places to the right. So that becomes 83.3 repeating percent. This is the end of Lesson 2 for Section 1. At this point, please complete the remaining activities for this section.